You are welcome back to Ashilebe Latifat Online Academy, where we learn mathematics. In the last video, we started with the definition and types of sets. So if you have not watched that video, I will leave the link in the description box. Today, we want to go to all the operations that associate 2 or 3 sets together. So without wasting much of our time, let's go into it fully. So operations with sets. Those are the operations that associate 2 or 3 sets together, and they are intersection, union, and complement of sets. So let's take them one after the other. Intersection of sets. What do I mean by intersection of sets? Intersection of sets is when we have, for example, we consider two sets A and B. So intersection of sets A and B will be those elements that are common to both A and B. For example, if we have our A to be equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4, and B to be equal to 2, 3, and 5. So A intersects B. This intersection is denoted with this small n. So A intersects B will be those elements that we can find in A and also find in B. So let's circle it. So there's 1 here, 1 is not A. We are not going to take 1. There's 2 here, 2 is here. We are going to circle that. There's 3 here, there's 3 here. We are going to do that. There's 4 here, 4 is not A. So we have to leave 4. There's 5 here, 5 is not A. We have to leave 5. So those elements that are common to both A and B are 2 and 3. So that is intersection of A and B. So let me call this one example 1. So another example, if I say number 2, let me say I have X and Y and Z. So let my X be equal to A, B, C, D. And Y is equal to A, D, F. And Z is equal to A, F, G. So X intersects Y intersects Z will be those elements that are common to X, that are common to Y, and common to Z. So let's check those elements. There's A here, there's A here, there's A here. So we are going to take that A. There's B here, B is not A, B is not A. We are going to leave B aside. There's C here, C is not here, C is not here. We are not going to take C. There's D here, D is here, D is not here. We are not going to take that one. So there's F here, F is not here, F is here. So we are not going to take it because F is not common to the 3 sets. So it's just common to X and Y. So we are not going to take that F. There's G here, G is not here, G is not here. We are not going to take that one, but only A. So this type of set is known as unit set. So that is the intersection of X, Y, and Z is only A, and that is a unit set. We have studied that one in our previous lesson. So another one is union of sets. Union of sets. So union of sets will be those elements that are present in one set or the other set or in both sets. For example, if I say I have C to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have D to be equal to 2, 3, and 5. So C union D will be those elements that are present here or present here or present in both sets. So for example, I have 1. It doesn't matter whether I have 1 in C. It doesn't matter whether I still have it in D. I have to write 1. So I have 2 here, I have 2 here. So I have to take 1 out of the 2 2's that I have. So let me write 1. 3 is there, 3 is there. I have to pick 1. 3. So there's 4 here. So take that one. There's 5 here, there's 5 here. You have to pick 1. So those elements that are present in C or also present in D, or it's present in both C and D. So that is the union set. So union of set C and D is equal, we represent with small u. So it is denoted with small u. So those elements that are present in one set or the other set or both together. So we are going to write that one. So that is example 3. Example 4. Let's say we have our P to be equal to A, E, I, O, U. And Q is B, E, I, U. And let's say we have R to be equal to C, D, E, O, U. So those elements that are present in P or Q or R or in all of the 3 sets. So P union Q union R will be equal to, there's A, 1A, write it. There's B, write it. There's C, write it. There's D, write it. There's E, write it. There's I, write it. There is U, write it. And there is O. You have to write it. So those elements that are present in the first or the second or the third or in the 3 sets. That is the union of sets P, Q, and R. So complements of sets now. We explained the meaning of universal sets in our first video. So universal sets is any set that consists of all the elements under consideration. All the elements, and it's denoted with this symbol or this symbol. So all the elements that we want to consider. So let's say we want to consider 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the universal set. It consists of all the elements that we want to talk about in the rest sets. So let's say, hey, we have A to be subsets of universal set, and it contains the elements of 2, 3, and 4. So we can see that we can easily find all the elements of A inside the universal set. So the A complement, which is denoted with prime or A raised power small c, will now be all the elements that are present in the universal set but are not present in A. Let me say it again. Universal set is a set that consists of all the elements under consideration. I explained it. If you have not watched that video, please go and watch it. So A complement will now be all the elements that are present in the universal set but do not present in A. And it is denoted with prime or small letter c. So A raised power 1, which is A prime, or you write it as A raised power small c, will be all the elements that we can find in the universal set but we cannot find it in A. Those elements are, there's A in the universal set, we cannot find it in A, so we will have to write 1. There we have 2. So we can say that in the universal set there is 1 there. I just want to explain again. There is 1 in the universal set, but we cannot find 1 in A, so we are going to write 1. There is 2 in the universal set. There is 2 in A. We are not going to write 2. There is 3 in the universal set. There is 3 in A. We are not going to write 3. There is 4 in the universal set. There is 4 in A. We are not going to. So let's cancel out those that we can find in A and also find in the universal set. Those are the elements that we are not going to write. So those that are only present in the universal set, but we cannot find them in A, those are the elements that we are going to write now. So those elements are 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that is complement of. So that is example 5. So let's go to example 6 now. Example 6. Let the universal set. So if we want to talk of complements of sets, there's no way you are not going to write do with the universal set. So let's say the universal set is A, B, C, D, E. So and X contains all the elements A, D, E. So we want to find C prime or X prime or X complement will be all the elements that we can find in the universal set, but we cannot find them in X. So those elements that we can find in X, and also find it in the universal set, let's cancel them out. We can find A. We can find D here, D here. We can find E here, E here. Those elements that we can only find in the universal set, but are not in X, will be B and C. And that is that about complement of set. So we learned the operations that associate 2 or 3 sets together. Those operations are intersection, union, and complement of sets. So intersection of 2 sets will be all the elements that are common to both sets. So union will be all the elements that we can find in the first set or the second set or in the both sets. And complements of sets will be all the elements that we can find in the universal set, but we cannot find it in the given set. So let me quickly give us exercise that we're going to do for me in the comment section. Exercise, let's just do one because of our time. So if universal set is equal to A, B, C, D, E, so and Q is equal to A, B, C, P is equal to C, D, E. So find Q prime intersects P prime. Find number 2. Find Q union P prime. And that's that. So thank you guys for watching today's episode. If you find it very useful, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe if you have not subscribed before. So thank you very much. Till I see you in the next video. Thank you. I really appreciate it.